Okie dokie. So I'll be chairing for the next 4 sessions, or 4 talks, I believe. And the first of those is Rayan Khan. And Rayan has very kindly put a word in his talk that I'm looking at and thinking I'm going to try and pronounce. But he's talking about kids' empowerment through Astro-preneurship. I think I've got it. I think I know what that's all about, but I'm sure Rayan will be able to explain it probably better than I can. Rayan, we can see you okay. So can we hear you? If you say something, I'll just check that I can hear you okay.
Yes, I can hear you loud
and clear. Perfect. Hear you as well. Are you sharing slides with us?
Yes.
Okay, if you want to go ahead and do that. And as soon as the slides are up, you're good to go. I'll probably jump in after about 18 minutes or so. So we can see the slides. I think if you can just change that into presenter mode.
Yes.
Perfect.
So,
you're good to go.
Thank you so much. Thank you, GHOU team, for providing me this platform to share my work that I'm doing in Pakistan. My name is Rayan Khan. I am founder of Cosmic Tribe and also National Node of International Day of Flight, Young Persons Committee Head of Royal Aeronautical Society Pakistan Division, and National Astronomy Education Coordinator. So our today's topic is entrepreneurship. So what is entrepreneurship for kids? We believe that children will be the next game changers for tomorrow, the ones who will bring positive change to our community and the world. So how they can bring change to our society? Let me talk about something why entrepreneurship is important. First, to create a forum for those students who are passionate to learn more about astronomy and space and connect them with space professionals. It will also help to reduce poverty level, increase employment, and also fulfill the demands of the people. Help to develop economic condition of a country. So let me move to this part, the concept of entrepreneurship. The entrepreneurship, when we talk about this, is a function. It is more like a leadership rather than ownership. The process of innovation may be in the form of a new product, a new method, a new market or e-store, or new source that we can create, or new supply or material that we can use to for our customers and clients. Especially when we talk about entrepreneurship or entrepreneurship for kids, we need to look for some characteristics that are required in kids. For example, they need to be very innovative, creative thinkers, decision maker, leadership skills, business oriented tendency, social skills, and communication skills. All these skills are really, really important. But when we see Pakistan as a country, there are 220 million people living here, and 64% of population is comprised of youth. And scope of astronomy and space industry is very less in Pakistan. So we need to have more activities here in Pakistan. This is my real hands-on activity practice that I do with my kids to teach them about startup as well as a module. I'm inspiring kids in astronomy through delivering 21st century and entrepreneurial skills to my kids. So what are 21st century skills? How students can stay competitive in the changing of job markets. Learning skills are really, really important. For example, critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication skills. These are very important tools. Apart from that, as we know, we all are connected with this smart-based technology or space-based technology that we call. Information, media, and technology are really important to be delivered in a right method, in a right manner. Life skills, flexibility, leadership, initiatives, productivity, and social skills are also really important. So startup stage for kids are, okay, I cannot see right now. Explore. First, this is the very beginning and the seeding stage that student may learn about how they can actually get a chance to introduce themselves into different module. For example, when we talk about introduction to entrepreneurship, this is a very new topic for kids between the age of 10 to 16. They would love to learn about how they can start earning by themselves. And yes, they can do it because we are the one who provide them a platform, encourage them, support them, motivate them to do something for the future of Pakistan. So the next stage comes to create something. We introduce students to the concept of creativity and the method of how ideas can be created individually or in a group form. Build a platform for them. In this module of a Startup for Kids program, students learn how a great idea can turn into a winning business. So what is the best equation for a startup for kids? A new business, innovation, plus technology, plus passion in astronomy create a good startup. This is a very easy method for them to understand how a startup can build. But before that, they also need to have a good command and good knowledge of astronomy as well. So creative thinking, mind mapping, all these part of their module. So start with idea, create a team, talk about the business model, how they can generate revenue out of this model. Also, do they have any funding for that? Or also, the time is really important for this project. Some of my students actually work on this. I'll share you after this presentation what they are doing right now. So this is a basic business model, that how kids can understand that how business model works. So here we go with the business Canva model for kids, especially designed that how business model actually work. Key partners who are going to be the key partners for your event or activity or your e-commerce product or anything that they are doing in their experiment or project. Key activities, what they are going to do in their activities. For example, if they are having any project related to space and astronomy, for example, they are going to produce some space talk or creating a small messages or YouTubing or working as a science communicator, they need to learn about what are those activities that they are going to do. What are value propositions, how they can earn revenue, what is the cost they have to put in this, and all about the channels through that they are going to communicate with the people around themselves. Also, relationship with the customer. This is just an example. What is the business model for them? So, startup with zero funding is easy to do. I started working with Google and Wixsite as a free tool to teach them about how they can create a free site, free website where they can put their all projects on that. They can also earn through content writing, podcasting, also YouTube channels, or through YouTube channels, e-commerce business, as well as space art. These are the zero funding startup they can do by themselves under the supervision of mentors. So here is one easy startup that some of my kids actually did. They learned how to use a Stellarium, merged with the tool of Canva, and created an e-store on their project. So knowledge of astronomy was really important, how to use all these digital tools, Google Site, Canva, how they can communicate with the customers, how they can create Google Form, Google Sheet, how they can create their own business model. So this way, we are somehow creating or supporting low-income families through empowering their kids, teaching them entrepreneurial skills. So each poster cost $2, or what I say 300 rupees in Pakistan. They charge out of their poster they are making for their project. There is another idea for a startup, astronomy plus art, and start selling them on their online store. They already learned this during this module, how they can create a website. So this is another module. So right now, this whole activity is divided into 6 weeks. 5 days for STEM training related to space and astronomy. 1 day is for startup module. 3 weeks of limitation to submit their final projects, 1 day to evaluate that project, and then launch your startup for kids. This whole idea was overall overwhelming from their parents, especially because they were participating with the students to see how they're working, and they actually also learn how they can also earn. So we collaborated with different organizations in Pakistan: Royal Aeronautical Society, AWAM, Women in Aviation Aircraft Maintenance. They supported this whole idea, and 50% of our students actually received a scholarship. There were students from 21 cities and districts of Pakistan, and then what tools we use for communication and method is Discord channel for communication with kids, WhatsApp with parents, Padlet to centralize all the activities, Zoom for conducting sessions. Through the collaborations, partnership with schools and NGO, give a better reach for this project. So we are also working on different projects related to Cosmic Lab, Cosmic Art. Cosmic Tribe is also part of or a member of associate member of IEEE International Astronomical Artists Association, and we also have Dark Sky group. So this is our website, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram links, and here is my number and all the details. And I'm going to share a video with you all the things that they are doing, all the projects kids are actually doing. Let me show you this. Okay, wait. So this video is in Urdu, so maybe you will get to understand some of the participants.
हाय फ्रेंड्स, तो मैं आज आप लोगों को अपने फेलोशिप के बारे में बताऊंगी जिसका नाम है जर्नी टू स्पेस फेलोशिप। तो जर्नी टू स्पेस फेलोशिप ने मुझे बहुत सारी चीज़ें सिखाई जिनका नाम मैं आज तक नहीं जानती थी। और पहले मैं एमएस ऑफिस के अलावा और किसी भी चीज़ पे मैं काम नहीं करती थी, लेकिन अभी मैं बहुत सारी चीज़ों पे काम करती हूँ। जर्नी टू स्पेस फेलोशिप वालों ने मुझे वेबसाइट बनाना सिखाया और ये मैंने गूगल साइट के थ्रू बनाया है। और इस पहले मुझे ऐसे लगता था कि वेबसाइट बहुत ही मुश्किल है और पहले मैं एमएस ऑफिस के अलावा और कुछ भी यूज़ नहीं करती और लेकिन अभी मैं वेबसाइट बनाना सीख गई हूँ। तो अभी हम जाएंगे अपने मेरे इनिशिएटिव्स में मैंने अपने सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स लिखे हैं जो मैंने प्रोजेक्ट्स किए हैं। और अभी हम मैं शॉप में जाएंगे। तो शॉप में मैं सेल कर रही हूँ स्टार मैप्स हम लोग गिफ्ट कर सकते हैं किसी को उसके बर्थडे पे, जिसपे उन्हें उसके बर्थडे पे कौन से कॉन्स्टलेशंस बनी थी और आप इधर से परचेज कर सकते हैं और उन्हें दे सकते हैं। जर्नी टू स्पेस फेलोशिप वालों ने जो मुझे सिखाया तो मैं वही मैं अपने क्लास फेलोज को मैं सिखाती हूँ। और मैं थैंक्स कहूँगी कि जर्नी टू स्पेस फेलोशिप वालों को और कॉस्मिक ट्राइब वालों को कि उन्होंने मुझे ये मौका दिया और मुझे इस फेलोशिप में हिस्सा दिया। मैं जो वर्क हार्ड करूँगी और नई चीज़ें मैं सीखूँगी और दूसरे बच्चों को सिखाऊँगी। सबसे इंटरेस्ट की बात ये है मेरे लिए कि मैंने अपनी एक खुद की वेबसाइट भी बनाई है और सबसे अच्छी चीज़ ये है कि मैंने अपना खुद का एक शॉप भी बनाया है जिसमें मैं स्टार चार्ट्स बेचती हूँ। थैंक यू।
So this was a video recording of one of our kid. She joined this Journey to Space Exploration Fellowship program, and she learned how to make website. She was from very remote area of Pakistan, Khozdar, Balochistan, where internet connectivity was very poor as well. So during this whole process, what they learned actually how they can have their own empowerment. For example, a lot of kids don't feel shy when they are presenting something, kids are now learning how they can present themselves. There are a lot of students who actually worked on how they can write content writing related to space and astronomy, as well as there are a lot of students who are working on space art, selling them online. There was one question in the Q&A session that how they can create e-store without requiring money, which is e-store doesn't require money. For example, I use very easy tools, creating using the Google site, connecting it with Google Form, and contacting all those customers via WhatsApp or any other medium that or mobile number, and charging online through their mobile phone banking, which was the very easy method for kids to use, especially in remote areas where banking system is poor as well. They use remote mobile banking system to get all these money, and $2 is was very easy to send them, especially to support them, to encourage them to do something for their future. So whole idea was actually more empowering for the kids, as well as supporting their families. So this initiative went very well, and other students are working on space art, as well as there are a lot of students. I'm working with a team, small team. They are working on recycling material and sell them online, and inspiration through through astronomical objects in space and making them beautiful, like jewelry items, recycling them and use them as a product. So this was all my presentation. I'm open for the questions right now.
Rayan, that's fantastic. You're teaching your kids how to make money out of astronomy, and I think that you and your kids probably need to do some workshops with some of us in Europe and in America, because we're forever chasing money ourselves. So yeah, your kids seem to be doing that. It's clearly a transferable skill, as it is with the space art that they're doing as well. Do we have any questions? Rosie, you've just come on to pick, yeah, and the hand went up. So Rayan, I apologize, but you're going to get a question from Rosa. So good luck.
That's not nice, Fraser. You should behave in front of everyone. No, well, that's really, I mean, quite amazing, the work, impressive. And also the quality and the detail, and I think it's right in line of what should have been now part of the education of children. I saw towards the end of your presentation that you had something about dark sky. Can you elaborate a little bit more on that project?
Oh yes, well, I'm also International Astronomical Union Dark Skies Ambassador, and also Dark Sky Advocate for IDA. So I'm also working on a project related to creating costumes and jewelry, connecting it. It's an interdisciplinary art and space project that I'm doing with costume designer to inspire kids and people around the world that they can actually protect the dark sky. So there is one story about me, which I worked on. I wear a costume in public spaces to talk about dark sky, because we already have a lot of pollution and problems around us. People don't know and don't want to listen about more problems around themselves. So I come up with a beautiful idea of wearing costume, a black costume with a mobile phone that actually convert my sound into light. This public engagement activity turned out to be very beautiful before COVID, but after COVID, it's going really bad right now. So, but overall, this idea went to the public, and a lot of news channels covered this idea that we have darkness in Pakistan, and we are not addressing it properly. Pakistan can be a tourist country. Tourism, we can also promote Pakistan through tourism as well, astro-tourism, especially when we talk about this. So this public engagement activity using a new medium just to entertain them and giving them a knowledge about astronomy and dark sky, and talk about the light pollution, how it is affecting their environment and health. So it is going very well, and I'm currently working with I'm working with a lot of collaboration with artists, YouTubers. Currently, I'm having one small storytelling with the YouTuber that I will share. That I live in the city of light, which is Karachi, and chasing the darkness. So this is how I'm working right now, and especially for kids, I organize STEM educational training programs. I hope you all can hear me right now.
Yes, we're here.
We hear you
Okay.
well.
Okay. So I'm also working with STEM educational training programs related to dark sky. Talk to them about light pollution, how they can protect the dark sky using some basic techniques in their house. The education and awareness is really important. I conducted few STEM training sessions with kids in Balochistan, which is a remote area and very less light polluted area. Girls from Balochistan participated in that program. So overall, things are going really nice. But I would love to collaborate with more people around the world and share this message of darkness, cosmic art, cosmic tribe with all of us.
Thanks a lot, Rayan.
Ryan,
we're waiting for your email. Thank you very much.
That's fantastic. I apologize. I'm in a really tough place here because I have a question raised by the GHOU lifetime president, and in my other ear I have the GHOU conference chair telling me to move on. So I'm going to go with the conference chair, and Carl and I will sort out our battles later. Ryan, that's fantastic. Thank you very much. We're going to have to move on to our next talk now.